What's happening, everybody? Got another teardown for you. Today we're doing a Samsung Galaxy A26, and it's a newer phone, pretty good, mid-range phone. But this one is a little beat up. We're just gonna get some parts out of it that we need, so we don't need everything. So we can be a little bit more rougher with it. But we'll just show you guys how to tear this down, anyways, so you guys kind of know. So if you're wanting to fix one, you can you know how to do it. First thing we got to do is make sure that the SIM tray is pulled out, and that one in this case already is. So if you have a SIM tray in there, pull it out. Next we'll start using the heat gun, but before we do that, just a heads up, you use caution if you're replacing a phone or working on a phone, especially if it's your first time. You could damage the phone even more than what the issue is that you're actually fixing, hurt yourself, hurt people around you. So just be careful. That's probably the best way to put it. And know your skill set, know your skill level. If it's too much, then take it to a professional. They can take care of it for you. Also, if you guys see anything in this video that you like, don't like, any feedback is always great. If you can like, subscribe, comment, I'd appreciate your feedback, good or bad. So just let me know. So let's get right into it. Let's take the back off first. So we'll heat it up. Pretty warm. This back is already cracked, so I'm not too concerned about obviously saving it. If you don't want to crack your back when you're replacing it, when you get in here, like I said, I use this little metal spudger to really get the work done for me. You can see I can get in there real quick. Once I get in there, you start sliding out to the side. Usually where people crack these the most is on the corners. You're trying to go too fast, or let's see if I can crack this one. It feels like I don't have enough heat on this. So if I push this further right now, I can feel that I'm going to crack it. Sometimes these little plastic pieces can work a little bit better. Can work for you or against you depending on what you're doing. You can see that one's already cracked and it's cracking even more. Let me throw a little bit more heat on that. I'll be honest with you, sometimes I'll even, if it's cracked like this, I'll just do it straight over a trash can. That way the glass shards can go on that instead of my workstation. And for this video context, I'm going to try to keep it on. So you can see we're sliding up, we're sliding up, we're sliding up. And we got this cracked area over here. Try to go around that without making it more of a mess. We try to hold it up too so it doesn't fall back down and try to, re-stick. And so we got it. You can feel it. I wanted to go through that spot right here. Pull it out. You can see it's already trying to take this sticky strand through it. And what we can do next, though, this camera lens is good, so we'll save the camera lens. We'll come back to that in a little bit. Let's just get into the actual reset portion. But we would basically heat this up and go around it as well. If you have a good one of these and you're trying to reuse it, buy this sticky double-sided sticker thing that they sell, because it works so much better. Don't super glue it. Please don't do that. It makes it worse and smell, and makes it much harder to take the phone apart in the future if you need to do it again. So we gotta take off the screws next. Take off all these screws. I like to keep my screwdriver on a magnet because then it magnetizes and it helps me much easier to pull the screws out. I'm not a magnet expert. I'm pretty sure all magnets are about the same, unless one's stronger than the other. Otherwise, decently strong one. Just keep all your bits on there. It makes a huge difference when you're trying to find or pull one of these tiny little screws. All right, so that's the mid frame. I think we got most of the screws that are there. You can also take a picture of the back before you start unscrewing if you want to know exactly where each color screw goes into. It's not the worst idea because you don't want to. You could damage the phone more if you put the wrong screw in the wrong hole. As in, if you put a long screw into a shorter screw side, it could do more damage than good. So keep that in mind. To the bottom portion. I'm sorry, I'm trying to slide this so you guys can see it a little better. All right, and we can start working on taking the rest of the stuff apart. You can grab your handy dandy spudger, can't even talk, spudger, and we'll start, let's make sure I got all the screws out first. Looks like I did. If I miss one, we'll take one out. Pushing up this way. There we go. That pops out. And then we can just unhook that while we're here already. So it looks like we got one more screw there for the charging port. So if you're doing the charging port, you just basically do the bottom. You can take off your coax real quick. Just pull up on it. There we go. And then I'm gonna get the top up first before I get the screw because there's gonna be more screws on the top, I believe, if I remember correctly. There's your mid frame that also houses your flex in there too. We got that out. So you can take this cable out real quick. Honestly, you could probably just use your fingers. Take it off. It's pretty easy. All right. So it looks like there's there's a screw up there and a screw down here. So let's get those out first. All right, now those are out. I'll get the charging port out first. There's this backwards ribbon cable that's on here. It's kind of glued. You want to get underneath that first. Push that up so you can actually get the charging port out. Now it should just pop out relatively easily. There we go. There's your charging port. A lot of times people think that their phone stops, when their phone stops charging. I'm just dropping everything today. When the phone stops charging, they believe it's the battery, but it's actually really the charging port. Normally I wouldn't even bother picking that up, but I kind of need that right there. Sorry about that, I can't remove. All right, let's pull this coax out right here. You just slowly push it up, comes right off. Get this unhooked. We'll unhook the front camera real quick. There's the front camera, and then you can unhook that cover. That holds that fingerprint reader scanner. Push this up a little bit. Whole rear camera set will come with us. It's still attached to the motherboard, so we can pull that off now. Have to keep it together, that way it doesn't get lost. All right, there we go. And there's the board. Nice and done there. Keep this to the side. So then we have the ear speaker, the vibration motor, the flex, and the flex for the fingerprint scanner. We can either start doing those now or do the battery next, whichever, doesn't really matter. There's really no rhyme or reason for the order. Usually use the screwdriver for these tight little spots for like the vibration motor. And then we'll pull this up a little bit, see if this wants to get underneath. There we go. And this is the portion you kind of want to be slightly gentle with because you don't want to rip this cable. And then there's these little metal prongs here you can use to actually pull out the little holder that keeps this power volume flex in place. There you go. There's the power volume flex. I should say volume flex. The power volume flex is tied into there's one whole piece into here. So let's pull this up from the corner. It's still attached because it's going to want that button, so you can just push the button through as it comes out. Just carefully see where you're at with that so it doesn't rip. There we go. So there's your power volume flex, or power flex I should say, with the fingerprint scanner / reader. And that gives us the ear speaker and battery. We'll pry up this portion first. And then there's usually a spot where they give you a little indication on where you can go in and push up, and it looks like it's this spot right here. Yep. See, I messed it up. Didn't go deep enough. So I didn't go deep enough, but you just need to go a little bit deeper. Luckily we don't need this part. But yeah, you guys can see where I messed up on that. Right there. Didn't go deep enough. So this speaker is now junk, but it's alright. And then we have the battery. They finally made it where it's slightly easier to take the battery out. Pull up on that. And pull this portion back. So you actually have to really make sure that this stuff is actually farther back. And then basically tells you to pull. And I'll be honest with you, sometimes it's like, oh my god, it's not coming out. And it's relatively easier to just take a spudger and go underneath the plastic and just give it a slight little pull up, gently, of course. And sometimes it will make your life a little bit easier. This one is really in there. And there's the battery. Boom. Probably just unwrap this because at this point it's useless. There's your battery. There's your whole screen frame now taken apart. Pretty good. The only thing we broke was the ear speaker, but this is already broken, so it doesn't really matter too much. I just should have gone a little bit deeper. Once again, it's a little hard to work on a phone with the camera directly in front of you. I'm going to have to change up the angle on this, but we got to pull out the buttons too. So if you need to pull the hard buttons, the easiest way that I've found to do this is grab your little flathead and just push where the buttons would normally tap, and then pull from the other side, and then they'll come right out. You just do the one side and then slide up, and then there's your volume button, hard button, rocker key, whatever you want to call it. And that's that. So that's our teardown on a Galaxy A26 A series phone. Have some more coming up. We'll do the A36 and the A56 and the A73. So got a lot more coming up to upload. So if there's anything you guys want to see particular sooner or faster, just drop a comment and I'll try to get that up for you. And kind of go from there. Otherwise, thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.